Welcome back to our live coverage of CES 2015 here at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in the Las Vegas Convention Center, Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching BeTerrific's live continuing coverage. I'm Michael Artsis, and guess what? You're also watching on Planet5D.com and all sorts of syndication partners. Now, if you're a friend of Dippin's, you're a friend of mine. Dippin is a good friend of mine, and he has introduced us together. You have a great new product. I'm very impressed by this. It's very innovative. It is a mobile payment solution for food and beverage. It really can be used for a lot of other things as well. It not only takes the swipe credit cards, but the ones with the chips, which is where we're all going. Yep. Walk me through everything.
Yeah, so about 2.5 years ago, we set out to disrupt point of sale. And our focus was that usually when I say POS, people think piece of shit, and that's really what most legacy POS companies are. They were a revolution when they came out, but you have three major global dominant players.
It would be Micros?
Micros, NCR, and Agilysys. Mm-hmm. Micros is the world's most dominant player. Alone, they have one POS system, the Micros 3700, and that POS system has nearly 55% global market share. And we integrate and partner with them. We're now best friends, and we migrate their legacy archaic infrastructure and take it to the cloud. So we'll go into a food and beverage property, you have a restaurant, and you utilize Micros POS systems. You utilize Micros because Micros does a great job in terms of handling orders in a very speedy fashion, and they've been market dominant players globally for the last decade. And every single server you're going to hire at your restaurant, anywhere in the world today, the best servers in the world can utilize those POS systems with their eyes closed. And that's why the Wynn and major Las Vegas gaming properties are not going to go anywhere from upgrading this very old school infrastructure for quite some time.
But you figured out a solution that integrates with that and makes it a lot smoother and faster for them.
Exactly. So what we do is we'll go into a restaurant, we migrate Micros POS systems to the cloud, and we enable any website, any mobile device, and any social media platform to be able to send orders and send payments directly through your pre-existing Micros POS system. And that sends orders directly to the kitchen. And so the first product that we built with that is our flagship product. It's a mobile point of sale system. We provide iPod touches with credit card readers that accept both EMV and MagStripe. And servers are running around a restaurant and conducting table-side orders on the go, splitting your check. And when it's time to pay for your bill, you don't have to say, hey, excuse me, server, let me get my bill, and she runs back to the POS system, has to print out your bill, bring it back to you. When you're ready to give your 3 or 4 credit cards and do the mental math on how much each one of you owe, the server has to run back to the POS system, find a functioning pen, bring it back. It's inefficient.
And so there are a lot of places that are putting in these screens at tables. But this is better, I think, because if you put a screen at a table, the problem is that now it's going to get broken, it's going to get damaged, it's going to get gross. We just saw, we had Whoosh on, we saw how dirty these things get.
Yeah, totally.
And it's just not the right solution. I don't think that the people should be handling this. I think that the waitstaff should. So I think it keeps it in the waitstaff's hand, and then it goes beyond that, right?
Yeah, 100%. So once we've placed our mobile POS devices in a restaurant, and we've solved efficiency, and each waitstaff is focused on placing more orders, turning tables over faster, splitting their checks, and upselling items. Now a customer is going to be emailed their receipt. They provide their credit card and email address one time. Next time they use their email address, or next time they provide that credit card, the receipt is emailed automatically to them. And when they get emailed their receipt, they also get attached with targeted promotions in accordance to what they actually consumed. For example, I went to a nightclub, I drank nothing but Johnny Walker Black. I should be getting a targeted promotion from Johnny Walker Black, or that merchant in the nightclub who's selling me all the Johnny Walker Black to continue purchasing what I've been purchasing.
This is really, I mean, it's very heady stuff. It's very up there, right? It's a lot to take in, but it's really genius. And it's, really just, it's good. It's efficient, it's smart. How much does it cost to set this up?
Yeah, so when we go into properties, we charge no installation fees, we charge no setup fees. We go in there and we charge a flat fee per month by the number of devices that you're providing. What we're in the process of exploring is processing the payments not through the pre-existing infrastructure, but we're working on a deal with Amex, Visa, and MasterCard that by providing POS data per swipe, we're able to save merchants between 1% and 5% per swipe, as well as tag on a percentage per swipe ourselves. And with that model, we'll be providing all the hardware and all the software for free.
Wow, that's really, really great. And then realistically, you're making money off selling the ads to Johnny Walker, or like allowing them to target people.
Yeah, both from the merchants and also from data visualizations and opening up a targeting marketing channel for anybody in the space, from alcohol companies to the food and beverage that you're consuming.
Very nice. So are there any stumbling blocks to getting into some of these places? Are some of them like, oh, I don't know? Because it seems like everybody would want this, especially if it's really just costing a monthly fee.
Yeah, I think it comes down to going to a place that the volume is high enough and they're established enough that efficiency really is a big problem.
Could this work for retailers though? I mean, it doesn't just have to be food and beverage. Couldn't it be Dick's Sporting Goods?
No, there's people in this space that are making similar solutions to ours in the retail environment. Our focus and expertise is within food and beverage.
Okay.
Right, and so this flagship.
Does this make it easier for me? Like when I'm in a bar, and I say I'm buying these 3 people drinks, and they go, okay, give me your card. And we open a tab, and my card's at the bar, my ID's at the bar. I mean, it's such an uncomfortable feeling.
100%.
I'm worried that the bartender's ringing up more charges and everything. Is this kind of prevent that? Does it make it easier that I don't have to you don't have to hold my card? It's okay.
Yeah, 100%. So our POS integration, when we integrate to a legacy point of sale system like Micros, which has now been acquired by Oracle for $5.3 billion.
Just a couple bucks.
Just a little bit. When we go in there, this integration allows us to build consumer-facing mobile apps, as well as mobile apps on hardware that we provide to the waitstaff. So with this exact same backend technology, we can build a consumer-facing app, which is in beta right now, where a consumer downloads our app. We also make white-labeled apps for our larger enterprise clientele to encourage them to have their customers not download our app, but download their app. When we empower their white-labeled application with our technology, a customer walks into a nightclub or a bar, and they're provided 4 secure digits to sync their app to the POS system at that property. From that point forward, a tab has been opened, a tab has been created.
See, I love this, and I love the idea of Apple Pay too, where literally I give Apple my credit card, and there's no other weak points. It's just this one point. So if there could be a breach. I'm not saying Apple's not going to ever get a breach, but that's the one point, as opposed to every place I go getting a potential breach. I think you got something great. Where can people find out about it?
Yeah, go to Zuldi.com, ZULDI.com. We're on AngelList. We're currently fundraising a small little round of seed round financing.
How much?
We're raising about $500,000.
That's pretty good. That's small.
Yeah, it's a small little round because we generate revenue on day one.
Nice.
Right? And we're in the process of deploying at our next companies in our pipeline right here in Las Vegas. Followed by that, we'll be deploying in LA as well as New York.
So that sounds really cool. So people can go to Zuldi.com if they want to get hooked up with it, and maybe if there's an investor out there that's watching that would be interested, Zuldi.com.
Yeah, for sure. Right now what we're hunting is food and beverage properties around the world, especially in Las Vegas, LA, and New York, that are operating on Micros point of sale system. They're our main partner.
This is really great. How did you think of it?
I was sitting in a bar at Penn State, and after graduating from Penn State University, I opened up a food truck. I was selling chicken and rice and lamb and rice, which is an hour-long line in New York City, 24 hours a day on 53rd and 6th. I took that model to Penn State. I opened up a food truck there after I graduated majoring in finance. And while I owned a food and beverage business, a food truck at Penn State, I realized that the biggest inefficiency at every single nightclub, which my friends owned, was paying and point of sale. And there's lines outside of every single Penn State club, and it's not because they want to be cool like they're in New York, it's because the inefficiency is at the point of sale. And meanwhile, every single person in the bar has an iPhone 3G at the time. And I was Foursquare mayor of every single building at Penn State, and all I could think is this device needs to be talking to that POS system. And initially, I thought much more consumer facing, and in reality, upon implementing this project, the first way we're going about it is building an enterprise software business where we're providing hardware, and we're managing data visualizations in real time, offering targeted promotions in real time, and maintaining true real-time communication with these very legacy infrastructures so that a mobile device, like an iPhone, through my 4G, not even connected to Wi-Fi, I can technically be anywhere in the world, download Zuldi's app, attach a credit card reader, and I'm sending orders and payments directly to the POS system, say in Marquee, right here in Las Vegas.
That's awesome. Very cool, and you stuck with it. It's taken you a while. It's a great inspirational story. I like it, and I love that ring. Thank you so much for joining us here on BeTerrific.
It's been a pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of CES. Congratulations, and please keep in touch. We do a daily show back in New York. We'd love to follow your progress. I'm Michael Artsis. We'll be back with a whole lot more here from CES Live on BeTerrific 2015 version right after this.